Good morning, Chair Bochco, Commissioners. Surfrider applauds the Coastal Commission for its ongoing leadership on coastal adaptation and specifically for incorporating the science update into the 2015 sea level rise guidance. This update comes at a critical time in history. A new report from the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change warns that we may have as little as 12 years to act on climate change and slash global emissions in order to avoid catastrophic effects. A certain amount of sea level rise and climate change is already locked in, and it's imperative that I don't lose my place. It's imperative that California stay ahead of the curve by proactively planning for changes at the local level. Surfrider supports the recommendation that all communities evaluate and map medium, high, and extreme sea level rise projections rather than simply using the low projections that may not give a full picture of the risk. We also support the projection scenarios based on risk and adaptive capacity for a given project. These recommendations will help encourage local governments to take a forward-thinking approach for planning and permitting decisions. We've submitted a detailed letter with some further recommendations. I'll just go through them very quickly right now. We suggest the update include a recommendation to include the projection scenarios based on adaptive capacity within local coastal programs, not only coastal development permits. Local governments need to proactively plan for alternatives for critical infrastructure that may be damaged under the H++ scenario, and LCPs are an important place to do so. It's not appropriate nor consistent with the Coastal Act for local governments to assume the public and taxpayers will bear the brunt of future economic and social consequences that are associated with damage to the property and critical infrastructure. We also suggest incorporating specific recommendations for preserving and increasing the adaptive capacity for coastal habitats and natural landscapes. To do so, the Coastal Commission should consider adding a new principle to Chapter 2 that reflects the recently adopted resolution on sea level rise and shoreline protection that you approved, I think, at your October meeting. Finally, we are happy to see the incorporation of recent groundwater and saltwater intrusion research into the update. We suggest that you take this one step further and consider the risk of daylighting from rising groundwater and seawater interfaces as a result of sea level rise. Cities should be encouraged to map their groundwater levels to help identify the risk associated with daylighting.